seminarians, certainly last but not least at all, my mom and dad, and all of you gathered here tonight, I would like to ask one simple question: why are we here? What is the reason that we gather around this altar this evening to celebrate this Mass in honor of the Holy Spirit and to ask for His inspiration at the beginning of this formation year? I would suggest there's only one answer that sufficiently answers that question completely. And it's one word that we find written on every single page of the Gospels. It's found in every ounce of blood that Christ shed for you and for me. It's found in all of the pain and the suffering and the sorrow that He endured, and in all the joy, in all the exultation, and all the triumph. And it's one thing that we yearn for and long for more than anything else, and it's salvation. That's why Christ gives us His body and His blood in this place this evening, so we can taste already here on earth that salvation that we long for and yearn for. And St. Paul, in our first reading this afternoon and this evening, holds up that great mystery of salvation. And he intertwines along with it two things: hope and prayer. Those two. He says, in hope we were saved. The opening words of our Holy Father, Pope Benedict XVI's encyclical on hope: Spe salvi facti sumus. In hope we were saved. And St. Paul goes on to talk about how we need to respond to that tremendous gift of salvation that we hope for, and we respond through prayer. Prayer too deep for words. He says it's even the Holy Spirit that speaks through us, because we don't know how to say what we want to say when it comes to our salvation. We long for it and yearn for it that much. Pretty beautiful, hope and prayer together. And the culture that we live in doesn't understand either of those two things enough. We believe that hope is something that we wish for. I hope things work out somehow in the end in my favor. And that's not the full theological understanding of hope. I believe that prayer is also something similar, a wish. This is my wish list. I want you to ratify this, O God. And yet our faith teaches us something much more deep and much more beautiful, much more profound, and so important for those studying for the priesthood. Because hope is a theological virtue. We believe that hope is not something that's centered on a desire that things will work out well in the future. But St. John of the Cross teaches us in his spiritual writings, it's actually rooted and founded in the past, not the future. He locates it with the memory. So things that have happened in the past are the foundation for our hope in the future. Think about things of the past like Christ, who suffered and died on the cross for love. That happened in the past, and nothing will ever change it. And Christ rose again on the third day, and He made promises to the church, and He has kept every single one of them. He's made a promise to you and to me that if we put our faith in Him and our love in Him and trust in Him, He will raise us up on the last day. We will be saved. That is what it means to say, in hope we were saved. The theological virtue of hope. Yet Pope Benedict XVI, in that encyclical, Spe Salvi, talks about how we are not ready and prepared to respond to so great an offer of salvation. We don't always stand on the rock-solid foundation. We sometimes step off of it.